FIGMA RIDER 2.0. First look, and Rider makes for a very good first impression. With a real identity of Medusa, Rider takes the appearance of an elegant young woman. Proportionally speaking, everything is in line with the animation model. Rider is tall, her legs are long, and she's curvaceous in all the right places. She wears a scant yet stealthy outfit, black dress, black sleeves, and black thigh highs, all meticulously sculpted with subtle creasing and wrinkling that give it a sense of realism. The added bits of semi-gloss purple accents are a nice touch, and they strongly complement Rider's hair. And while on that subject, Medusa's hair is long, as in anime long. I wasn't too impressed with early pictures I saw of it online, mainly because the hair looked a bit bland. But IRL can confirm it's not bland at all, although it definitely could have been better. Shading, highlights, or maybe even a bit more definition would have done wonders for a character whose hair is so prominent. Of course, being the Gorgon Medusa, her eyes are concealed by a blindfold, but if you want to be a bit daring, removing her blindfold is an option, and it reveals a deadly gaze. This expression is phenomenal. The face sculpt really captures Medusa's cold-blooded nature, but in terms of likeness, it's definitely Rider, but I don't think it perfectly matches how she appears in the movies. Her animation model had an overall sharper face. It's a lot more obvious when you compare their chins. Rider 2.0's face has a bit of a softer sculpt. I'm being super nitpicky here, I do think it's close enough. Articulation starts with a FIGMA joint at the back of Rider's hair instead of the base of the head. You still get the usual look side to side and waggle side to side, but you also get an extreme look up, which is fitting if you want to pull off those Rider poses. The hair is made of a flexible material, and these segments at the back can go up, but they don't really stay up, which is a bit of a shame. The neck has a bit of a forward motion, and also has a bit of a side to side. We have a chest swivel, a waist swivel, and a waist extension, which unlocks some pretty good crunching. Arms can fully rotate, bend at the elbow, swivel at the elbow. The handguards are attached on the bracelets, so be careful when going for the swivel hinged wrists. Medusa can kick forward, kick backwards, and kick sideways no problem. With a waist extension, it unlocks a bit more range. Thigh swivel, bend at the knee, the ankles are on a swivel hinge, and the toe can bend. Articulation is really good. Highlights include the waist extension and the clever placement of FIGMA joints. These unlock more dynamism, but to pull off Rider's more acrobatic poses, a stand is definitely needed. The FIGMA essentials were expected when it came to accessories. The FIGMA stand, the FIGMA bag, a spare FIGMA wrist joint, and a FIGMA hand rack. Those racked hands include fists, special crouching hands, gripping hands, and a second pair of gripping hands with a wider grip. By default, her blindfold comes detached and counts as an accessory. Removing them once again reveals Medusa's deadly glaring expression, which can be swapped for a gritted teeth battle expression and a warm smiling expression. All the faces are compatible while the blindfold is on, and this adds a nice touch of expressiveness. Rider's trusty Rider daggers are also included, and they come in two different sets. One set is an actual chain, and the other set is stuck in a dynamic pose. At first I wasn't too thrilled with the static Rider daggers, but after messing around with them, they've been quite the treat. They can even help Rider cheat some poses without using a stand. A quick size comparison, here's FIGMA RIDER 2.0 next to my last review, the Metal Build Ava Unit 0, next to Figuart's Vegeta Superhero, and let's bring in some Fate people. Here she is next to Lancer, Archer, Gilgamesh, Saber Alter, and lastly, next to some other Riders. And you know what? As a bonus, rest in peace, Mr. Kazuki Takahashi. Here's FIGMA Dark Magician Girl. Rider 2.0 was the Fate FIGMA I've looked forward to the most in the past couple of years. I've been unwilling to pay the aftermarket prices for the 1.0, and in multiple occasions, I've come real close to breaking, but thankfully, I didn't, because Rider 2.0 has been worth the wait. She's a bit accessory light, not gonna lie. I would have liked it if she came with that magic circle she brings up when using her NP, but between the improved articulation, the updated sculpting to reflect Heaven's Feel's animation, and just the overall fun I've had while filming this review, Rider 2.0 gets a strong recommend, especially for those who've been without Medusa in their Fate Figma roster.